Cinners, and welcome to this week's episode of Shortcuts, where we give you all the horror happenings for the week. Join your hosts, Sean O'Connor and Shannon Bushman-Montalbano, as we go over the books, the movies, the streaming, the events, and all the latest news, delivered right into your sweet little ears, all in under a half hour. You want to know about that latest movie that's dropping this week? We got you. You want to know about that latest novel from your favorite horror author? We've got you. You want Sean to give you a release date 3 years from now for a movie you've never even heard about? We got you. So sit back, tune in, and we'll take it from here as you listen to this week's episode of Shortcuts. Hello, Cinners, and welcome to Shortcuts. Shannon, volume 44.
Ooh.
Right?
Okay. Love it.
Look, Cinners, I'll try not to break my arm patting myself on the back and patting Shannon on the back, but it turns out that on YouTube, where you can watch all of our videos, please do, they happen to be our most popular episodes. So yay for us and for horror and all the fantastic stuff that we do with horror. So, it's Shortcuts. We take these bite-sized little morsels of horror happenings for the week and we put them on a silver platter, and you can choose any one you want, but don't take them all because we have to work our way through the crowd. Everybody gets one.
Only take one. It's like a cocktail hour, like you don't take the whole tray, you take a morsel and you let them move on and you share.
Cinners, shrimp cocktail aside, we always start our episodes with the birthdays and the anniversaries.
Yes.
I don't know why, but I'm very excited. I feel like you're going to have a really good surprise for me.
Ooh, okay. I don't know. I know I got, again, they're all random. Two of them actually kind of coincide, but not really, but sort of. You'll see why. It's fine. Okay. But one I'm going to kind of go random just because how I like the older films. I like to give them a little homage. I like to remember them.
Which I love. I love that you pick the older films.
Yeah.
Oh, you get a horror heart.
Because things they come from somewhere, So so this came out in 1939. So this is 85 years.
Was in fourth grade.
Yes. And this is called Torture Ship. So I don't really,
that is not what I heard at first.
Oh, okay. Ship.
With a P. Okay. We're good.
With a P. This is on a cruise ship.
Torture Ship. All right. I have never heard of this film.
Yes.
What's it all about?
So you can watch it on Tubi. I'll admit it's probably a little hard to watch because, again, it's 1939. It was the quality that's currently on Tubi right now is it's kind of blurry. So I'll admit it was hard for me to watch. But basically, this is about a mad scientist who's performing experiments on the criminal mind of captured criminals above. It's on board it's his own private ship. Okay. So he has criminals, so they're all trapped on this big boat, and a mad scientist is performing experiments on them.
Shannon, it's not a boat. It's a torture ship.
It's a torture ship. It's not a schooner.
You've opened up a door that I have to explore for just a moment, and I want to quiz you.
Okay.
Have you ever seen a movie, came out I want to say maybe 78, called Death Ship with George Kennedy?
No, but I've heard of that.
Yeah, that's probably on Tubi as well. That, Cinners, is definitely, not that Torture Ship isn't worth your time, but you're kind you're freely admitted that the copy's a little
Yeah, it's fuzzy. But it's nice to I don't know, if you want to put it on the background. Again, if you're like me, if you host Halloween or whatever, anything, I usually always have horror movies on in the background, and I just have music playing over it. That would be a fun one just to kind of throw in the background. Old school black and white. Yeah.
All right, so we got Torture Ship, we've got Death Ship. and then why don't we throw in crackers? Oh my gosh, Shanna, help me out here. I can't remember the name of the movie, and it's the one with that awesome beginning.
Ghost Ship?
Yeah, Ghost Ship, thank you.
I know, and then like after that, it just kind of goes meow.
Thank you. That almost turned it into charades there for a second. All right.
You could totally watch Death Ship on Tubi, by the way.
Hell yeah. I mean, holy shit. Death Ship, Ghost Ship is on like everything. It's on like Tubi, it's probably on Netflix, it's on Max. Anyway, so ship it out, people.
All the ships.
All the ships.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure I talked about the original one in the beginning of this year. So this one is a remake, came out in 1999, celebrating 25 years. And this is House on Haunted Hill.
Oh, God, this is the one I was talking about. Okay. Scale of 1 to 10. What are you giving this film?
Oh, I loved this film. I definitely think it was like a 7 or an 8. Even I remember seeing in the theaters. I liked the beginning of like the mind, screwing with the mind of like what was like an elevator they were on, and like it had screens that they thought they were falling or whatever. I thought that was just so cool.
It's funny as hell. Yeah, it was kind of like a loving homage to William Castle. His craftsmanship and him being a prankster. Anyway. I think you're going to like the story because when I initially saw this movie in the theaters, I would have given it a 4.
Okay.
Same with 13 Ghosts. I would have been like a 4 or 5.
Okay.
My appreciation for both those films has grown over the years. I would say that they're a solid 7, 8, just like you.
Yeah.
I think I don't know. Maybe at the time I was still kind of really locked into, dining out on 80s. And I wasn't really embracing the 90s yet, but now I have a full appreciation for it.
Well, yeah, and this is also Vincent Price. The original is a great film. It's I actually rewatched that over the weekend, and I'm like,
this is a great movie to have on in the background, right?
Yeah, and I'm like, this is a fantastic film too. Like, it's just, I don't know. There's something about the classics. Everyone like looks, beautiful and done up, and it's all like theatric, like it's just, I don't know. It was a different time frame, I guess. But
I mean, Vincent Price. Yeah. You have like, all the movies had these ornate scores to them, which I kind of miss. Mm-hmm. We get that now in like, our Ari Asters or our Robert Eggers, You get, they take the time. Like, I can't wait for the score for Nosferatu.
I know. I know. Oh, I'm so excited for that. That would be, I'm thinking that eventually that could be a really cool movie to see on a big screen with a live orchestra.
Yeah.
Eggers, make it happen. Radio City Music Hall, let me see it, please. Throwing it out there. Not that Robert Eggers knows who we are or can hear my voice, but I'm Cinners, get it out there. I don't know, somehow. I didn't see the movie yet. Jumping ahead, but I have a feeling that would be
Robert Eggers.
I have a feeling that would be a fantastic movie to see with a live score.
He's missing out on all of my endless shrimp cocktail stories. So
his loss.
All right, what do you got next?
Okay, so next one is celebrating 20 years. Came out 2004. Okay. Series that kind of started it all. The original Saw.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotta love it.
Streaming on Max. If you guys want to rewatch that. Or if you like me and have the whole set on DVD. Yeah. I also wrote a retrospect review for Macabre Daily. So
yes, you did, and I read it. It was fantastic.
You can go read that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Shannon bringing the heat to MD. Okay. Let's just talk about Leigh Whannell real quickly. So that's his breakthrough. Mm-hmm. Then, I mean, look, Upgrade, which I'm a gigantic fan of. Mm-hmm. The Invisible Man.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Oh, that movie was so good.
And now The Wolf Man.
Yes.
Maybe my most anticipated movie of 2025 right now.
Same. I mean, I haven't seen too much more besides that one. Oh, actually, no, I'm sorry. Lies. I'm a liar. I just saw a trailer for a movie that I think is coming out in January as of right now. And completely different type of film, but I'm really excited about it.
Same.
Can we wait for that segment before I say?
Oh, sure. Yeah. Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
Any more?
One more.
Okay.
So sorry. So this is 1964, celebrating 60 years. Another Vincent Price film, The Mask of the Red Death.
Which I think we may be doing with oh my goodness gracious, oh my God, our Edgar Allan Poe friend who lived in his cottage.
Matthew.
Hold on. I'm absolutely going to edit me fucking his name up. Our friend who lived in Edgar Allan Poe's cottage, Matthew.
Yeah. I swear how highly suggested that one, since he was like, I'll talk about any Poe film. And I'm like, I gotta narrow it down.
I think we're gonna have to do a Roger Corman retrospective with Matthew, Mask of Red Death, Pit and the Pendulum, and maybe we'll let Matthew choose one.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe Matthew. We'll see. You're only our guest. It's no big deal.
Yeah. You only survived living in that cottage.
I'm so excited to hear stories about that.
That's so friggin' exciting. I can remember watching Mask of Red Death. Like, when you're a kid and you stay home from school, faking sick or sick, whatever,
No judging.
Yeah, no judging. And just being in bed, like, all comfy in your robe and you got like your stuffed animals, because I had young at the time. Yeah. And just like the 4:00 movie would come on and it was Mask of Red Death. And I was just like, oh, for fuck's sake, this is the best moment of my life. Yay. And you know what it was? None's ever gotten better. That was the best moment.
I'm sure that's not true, but I do love snuggly moments of just, hanging out on the couch and I don't have anywhere to be, or I'm sick, can't go anywhere. And, I'm not going to get my movies sick. My movies are here for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
My movies love me. Oh my God. Oh, you came with some heat tonight. I love it. Good choices.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Look, I'm just going to, full disclosure, all the categories are horrible except for news. It's the week after Halloween. Yeah. So it's just like, whoa,
Yeah, it slows down.
It's completely understandable. Everybody had a great Halloween. We celebrated the stuffing out of it. And now everybody's like, all right, you know what? I got a cramp on my side. Let's just go easy.
Yeah, let's pause a little bit.
With that said, Emily Hughes, Cecilia Hughes, you are the best. And we want to have you back real soon with better audio. I totally apologize for that shitty audio on our last episode where we did Hereditary because it's atrocious and it's not your fault.
Was that one breath?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. I would need my inhaler if I did that.
Well, I've been called a windbag many, many times. So just proving it. All right. We've got one book, and I think you're going to be excited about this. I'm only doing one this week, and that is Nick Cutter's The Queen. Okay. This book's no joke. It's already, all right. It's already getting reviews that are like, Nick Cutter, what are you doing to my life? Very scary. Very timely. It's about two friends growing up. One disappears. A cell phone shows up on the doorstep of the other friend, and they're getting messages from the one who disappeared.
That's
and then it
spooky.
Just gets. Then people start dying, like super dying. Like there's dying,
like dead,
and then there's dead.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Nick Cutter brings the thrills and the chills and just crams them down your fear hole. Sorry for the graphic nature of that, but it's the only way I can describe it. if you read The Troop, you know what the Franklin I'm talking about.
Yeah. No,
right?
The Troop apps like I just remember like reading it, and actually I listened to it because I'm a big audiobook person. Listening to it, and as I'm driving in my car, I just remember squirming a whole lot.
A whole lot.
You would
do like the merengue in your car seat, bro.
Yeah, because I was just like, oh, and you got very descriptive on
But like Nick Cutter brings all the chills, but that book is also kind of like heartfelt, and it's like sad and tragic, and heartfelt and terrifying and gross. I
think I cried at one point. I definitely did. I was like tearing up for sure at one point because it was really sad. Yeah, and I was very upset.
Right? Yes. But look, we'll stop there.
But Cinners, read the book though. Nick Cutter's great.
Yeah. You're gonna throw up. You're gonna throw up in your mouth, and then it's gonna come right out of your ears. No, you're
gonna look like a garbage pail kid.
You're gonna shit your pants.
Nick Cutter, this is what you do to everybody. You make us look like garbage pail kids when we read your stories. So that being said, I am super excited for your new book.
Right? Yeah. That would be the pinnacle of our careers if someone would have a blurb on the cover of their book. Shannon and Sean say you'll shit your pants.
I can only live for that.
You'll scream until your dick falls off. Don't put that on your book.
There's many more where that came from, Cinners. I promise you. I have a feeling we're just gonna start a text war. I was gonna start texting random taglines.
How about this one?
We're gonna start a contest. We're gonna see who wins.
I'll do you one better. It's going to be the entirety of our next episode.
Nice.
Okay. So that's it. It's Nick Cutter. Mwah, kisses all over your fantastic, I'm sure, gorgeous face, but your horrific heart is so great. Oh my goodness gracious. Mm-hmm. We're going to, because, by the way, there's no movies. There's just no movies. You've got Smile 2, Terrifier 3, that monster one I mentioned last week. That's it.
Have you seen any?
No, I really want to see Smile 2 in the theater.
Same.
So I'm going to try and check that one out before it evaporates.
I ended up seeing The Substance.
Oh, yes, you did. Oh, you went to it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And another like random French horror movie too, but it's yeah. So anyway, but let me start with The Substance because I know that's a big buzz right now. I really like. You saw it, right?
I did. I saw it in the theater. I loved it.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was our good friend Lowell who, when he saw it, posted that no one's ever going to be ready for this. And he was right.
He's right.
He was right. Once I read that, I refused. So I saw the poster and everything, but I never saw the trailer. I never read a synopsis. So me and my husband, we went in blind. Because I don't think he knew it. He only knew it from me because I was like, oh yeah, The Substance. That's the next one getting big buzz right now. He's like, all right, yeah, let's watch it. I knew nothing.
That's great. I love that for the two of you.
It was a perfect experience. It really was. Yeah.
This movie's almost trailer proof though. And you know me with trailers, it's almost trailer proof because they couldn't put anything in the trailer that would even remotely, you'd be like, oh, I got to figure it out. No, you don't.
No. Yeah. No, I mean, it's a very simple story. It is very spelled out for you. And it's a character that complicates it herself.
Yeah.
And, you make shit a lot more complicated than it has to be. And you reap the consequences. That's it.
I have no idea what that feels like. Could you explain it?
I don't think I would make any of those decisions that she makes.
No, but I think my favorite moment of The Substance, besides the entirety of the film, was the fact that as much as I love this movie, the gentleman 4 seats down
hated it as much as I enjoyed it.
Nice.
I mean, he turned to his wife or girlfriend when this movie was over, and the obscenities that came out, because I think she suggested it, and
Probably.
he was just like, this fucking movie. And I'm like, I'm kind of impressed how much you hate it that you actually stayed in the theater. But I'm like, all right, look, that's buy a ticket, take the ride.
That's it. That's all that it is. Yeah. But no, it's a wild film, and it gets more and more wild. I definitely found myself gagging a few times.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Yeah.
But Jen, here's the thing. Like, okay,
Sorry.
Except for the third act, which there's a copious amount of fluids. I don't want to spoil anything, but there's we go there.
Yeah.
There's a lack of actual like blood in the whole procedure of the substance. Like, it's very purposeful. But I was just like, wow, there's bless you.
Thank you.
Not a whole lot. I love that you got mad at your sneeze.
I'm getting angry. Like, why is this going on now?
Here's the best thing I could say about the substance, and then I'll stop talking. People just need to go see it. It's an incredibly highly stylized film.
Yeah.
But then watch what I'm going to do here. There's substance to the substance.
Right. I see that.
Yeah. It's not just the visuals. Like this movie is about something, and as opposed to a scalpel making fine cuts, they come in with a wrecking ball. And you're like, I get it. I get what you're selling here. I totally get it. But look, we live in a society, especially the entertainment industry, where you almost have to use a jackhammer as opposed to a scalpel to get to be like, hello, McFly, to get the message across, because what the movie is about is happening this very second in Hollywood.
It's been going on. That's
forever.
That has totally been a thing forever. It's super it's super metaphorical, and but again, it's spelled out so plainly.
Yes.
But in a way where people probably, certain people probably like, oh, it's too much. I'm like, well, unfortunately, granted, obviously this is a very exacerbated version. I'll admit that. However, it's not exaggerated at all in another sense. Obviously what you see literally is just like, okay, well, that's, whatever, I get it. But actually, no, that's what's happening. I'm sorry. And
you don't have to be sorry at all. It's a fucking fact. It's like, hey, it's too much. The fact that, we treat women like fucking cattle in Hollywood, and it's never changed. And it gets marginally better. And when everyone pats themselves on the back, and then really nothing fucking changes,
No.
Talk to an actress who's 39 and just about to turn 40. I mean, it's fuck you, Hollywood.
Right? I know.
yeah.
But
you could get old gray balls. You acting until he's a jar of dust. So yeah, I have strong feelings about the movie.
Yes, I see that, but I get it. I totally get what you're saying, because I agree.
Okay, you want to talk about Mads real quick?
Yes. Okay.
I wrote the review for Macabre Daily.
Yes, I did.
No, you liar! You didn't read it.
You probably didn't read mine either.
You're like, I totally did the homework, Mr. O'Connor.
I wasn't busy writing my own articles. No, I apologize. I did not get to read your review, but I know you reviewed it.
Totally kidding. I'm totally kidding. I tried to say it's 649 words, and that's why we got the fucking text today from Matt. Like, hey man, could you guys start doing 800 words like I asked you to?
No, the answer is no.
Anyway,
anywho, no, we'll try. I'm sorry, Matt.
One take zombie film from France. Are you fucking kidding me?
Right? I loved it. And so and I loved how I'm trying to say this delicately because again, I want Cinners to watch it. I don't want to give anything away. But it's like so there's different characters, right? So you have to explore their stories. So I'll just say the girlfriend impressed me the most. Everybody was great. She impressed me the most with her acting skills.
Agree completely, 100%.
Yeah.
Actually, everybody blew me away.
Everyone was great.
But the actor you're talking about, oh yes, so good, so good.
She took it to like just a different level, I think.
And how about like the film starts on what everybody can identify with, just this like kind of language summer evening where you're excited for the party that you're about to go to, but you're kind of like, you're doing your pre-gaming, you're buying your copious amount of drugs, and you're just like, everybody can relate to it. I'm not saying buying the drugs part, but just like the privilege of youth where you have no responsibilities and you're just going to get after it for a night, and then you just happen to do the wrong thing for the right reasons.
Yep.
And boy, oh boy, does that.
It escalates very quickly.
So Cinners, just so that it is a one-take horror movie. So the movie happens in real time because it is one take. Yeah. So you get an hour and a half of these characters' lives that, they some come in, they come out, it interweaves. We change perspective, or shouldn't say perspective, but we change characters a few times.
Yes.
It's so incredibly well made. It's so kinetic and frantic. It escalates. Like, it doesn't start out that way, but it escalates into that. From where it starts to where it ends, you're like, how did you do this?
Yeah.
In one take.
And they even did, there's one jump scare. And I'm like, that is the way to do a jump scare. Because I almost jumped off the fucking couch.
Right?
I'm not going to give the part away. We can talk after we stop recording. But I was like, holy shit, and I don't get like that.
It was so good. So it's waiting there for everyone on Shudder.
Yeah.
The Substance is on Mubi, MUBI, Mubi.
Oh yes.
Check them both out. Oh my goodness, I'm almost jealous of the people that haven't seen either one and they're going to see it for the first time now. God dang it, so good. I
know, right? So don't you wish you could like erase your memory a little bit sometimes? Like, I want to experience this again.
Yes. Every now and then I'll have that where like I'll watch a film over again and I'll get 2/3 the way through, like something from like the 60s or 70s, and I'll be like, oh my God, I watched this before. But like for 2/3 of it, I was like, this is great.
Yeah.
Oh, I do love that. All right, are you ready for some football? No, are you ready for some news?
I was like, hit me.
Okay. We have, I don't know, maybe one of, if not the most adorable couple in Hollywood, Kevin Bacon, Kira Sedgwick. They're making a horror comedy together called Family Movie.
So cute.
I love them both. And they I follow Kevin Bacon on Instagram, and I think they live upstate on a farm, and it just looks like the whole family is having so much fun always,
That's awesome. I love that.
They're just the best. Okay. Black Phone 2 just started filming. So for anyone who didn't know, we're getting a sequel to the Black Phone.
Yes.
I'm excited by that because I like the Black Phone.
I liked I liked the original.
I didn't love it, but it was well made.
Yeah, I have so where the story goes, I feel like it's good as is. So I am skeptical on where are they going to go with the sequel, but I mean,
no idea.
Yeah. But maybe I'll be pleasantly surprised. So I'm a little on it right now, but that it's exciting. Yeah.
Lionsgate announces Orphan 3. The only reason I bring this up is because Orphan 2, First Kill, is fucking bonkers, fantastic, and people need to see it. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Just go check it out. It's crazy.
Fair enough.
Okay. You see this mouth? you know the damage it can do. I've got a couple of names coming up in the news. I'm going to go slow and steady. Okay.
Okay. All right. Take your time.
Nikiatu Jusu, who directed Nanny, is making, check this out, is making a movie set in, not a sequel to or a remake, set in David Cronenberg's The Fly universe. Right?
Shut up.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Shannon.
That's interesting.
And what more filmmakers should do. Like, we don't need remakes. We don't need sequels. Make it in the universe.
Make another corner at the same time.
Because
so interesting.
Let's just expand on this for a second. Like, okay, I don't know what this movie's going to be about, but I'm incredibly excited about it. But like at the end of The Fly, sure enough, all right, Seth Brundle is dead, but the teleporters are there. Like someone gets the teleporters is what I'm saying.
Right.
I'm hoping this is the direction that they go. I don't know. I'm just so excited by the whole damn thing.
I'm already writing my own movie in my own head.
Completely. So that's very exciting, and I'll keep everybody updated on that as it progresses. But boy, I'd like to see more of that.
Yeah.
Movie set in the universe, not a sequel or remake of. Okay. Horror Darling and Love of Our Horror Lives, Kate Siegel, and Horror Darling and Love of Our Horror Lives, David Dastmalchian, are starring as a husband and wife during a zombie apocalypse in a movie called Epilogue. I believe the zombie apocalypse is over, but their daughter comes down with the sickness, and they have to figure out a way. Like, they're looking for a cure. I believe that's the log line. I love both those actors. I really can't wait for this. Oh yeah. Okay. Godzilla -1 director just got greenlit to make another Godzilla movie.
Okay.
Yep. I don't know this for a fact, but I've been reading some things. It is going to be a Godzilla verse movie.
I was just going to say, like, is he going to introduce? He's got to introduce somebody else.
Yeah, it's going to be a Godzilla verse movie.
Come on. Come on.
So we'll leave that there. And again, all of these things will update people as the news progresses. We'll update everybody on it. Okay. Horror Darling and 2024 still leading Scream Queen Dan Stevens is reteaming with Adam Wingard and Simon Barrett, who he did The Guest with those guys. Right. And they're going to make this, it's being called a gonzo action movie called Onslaught. And all I needed to hear was Dan Stevens, Adam Wingard, and Simon Barrett. And I'm like, okay, ticket for one, please.
Yeah.
All right. Everybody needs to just calm the hell down, because I'm going to say the name of a movie and people are going to giggle, and I don't want to hear giggling. All right.
Okay.
Rob Savage of Host fame and Dashcam and The Boogeyman, did not like The Boogeyman, but I love those other movies, is making Universal Pictures interpretation of The Mole People.
Okay.
I know. I'm like, Rob, you're gonna have to change the name.
I think that's just not at all what I was expecting you to say.
No one is ever going to expect me to say he's making The Mole People, Shannon. That is a fucking fact. But it's starring Ben Mendelsohn, who we love. And it's taking place in New York City, and it's going to be about this subterranean community underneath the subways. Okay. I mean, it's Chud-esque. It's totally Chud-esque.
Okay.
So, look, am I down for the Chud? I'm down for the Chud all day long. Ooh, that sounds sexual. I mean, I don't mean it to sound the way it sounds. Yeah.
Especially after talking about the substance, going from the substance to Chud. It's coming.
You know who loves the substance? The guy who's down with the Chud.
That's another tagline. Another tagline. Write that down.
I feel like I need to take a shower now. All right. Do we trust Rob Savage enough to make his interpretation of the mole people? Of course we do. Of course we do. Yeah. So we're excited. We're excited for the film.
No, it actually can be really interesting because I have seen. I'll admit I forgot the name of it because I saw it many, many moons ago. But I actually did get to see a documentary. I'm pretty sure it was the 90s of the actual homeless community that did live.
That lives in the
underground and the neighborhood that they created. It was wild. It was a wild documentary. The stories that they had,
it is a world unto itself.
Yeah.
All right. This is, if you don't know about this, forgive me. I'm just going to go on a tangent for just one sec. Yeah. There's this incredible tour. There's so many great tours in New York City, walking tours. I highly encourage people to check them out. Just Google New York City walking tour. You can do your ghost tours, your Brooklyn Bridge, blah, blah, blah. There is one that explores a subway station that is still in pristine condition from like the Rockefeller era. Like we're talking like the 20s, 30s. It is gorgeous. And it's almost, and what they did is they diverted the train line. So they moved away from that station. They just sealed it up. Then it was discovered decades later. Shit. it was untouched. Still chandeliers, still beautiful mosaics all over the wall. It's opulent and just like the grandeur, it melt your eyeballs, and it's gigantic, and it's just there.
I never knew that was there.
Yeah, you got to check it out. You know what? I'll figure out what the name is. I'll put it in the show notes. It is just.
I totally want to check that out.
You would love it.
Yeah.
You're like me. You get down there and your imagination starts playing. You're like, yeah, this is where vampires live.
Nice.
Or mole people.
Fuck Rockefeller Center. I'm gonna go there.
Did you know? I mean, forgive me if you do know this, but did you know that there is like an entire underground transportation system underneath Rockefeller Center that goes on for like 5 city blocks?
I want to say
it's walkways.
I want to say I kind of did know that. Last time I was there, but I feel like I kind of got lost. I was like, wait, this is here? Like, what is this? And
I used to work on 47th Street, and through my office, I could go down into the subterranean network of, and it's like an underground mall. It's like if you're walking in a hallway of a mall, that's exactly what it feels like, because there's stores, delis, pizza places, and I could go from 47th and 7th all the way to St. Patrick's. Which is on Fifth Avenue. It's crazy. And anyone can go there, gang. So if you want to explore some New York, have at it.
Yeah, get some eats, shopping, whatever.
Yeah. Oh, go to Two Boots Pizza. It's the best. Okay. Okay. Two more, and then we're done. So because I don't have any trailers. No trailer this week. Okay. Theo James, who is like. I'm so happy for Theo James, by the way. It seemed like he was in the Divergent movies, and then his career just kind of like took a little bit of a nosedive.
Yeah,
then he was in White Lotus. Yeah, stars in White Lotus. Was fantastic in that. Now he's going to be in The Monkey, which looks insane.
That's right.
Insane. Oh, you know what? That will be a trailer. I can't really put it in the episode because there's not a lot of dialogue, but I think I already mentioned this to you, Cinners, so if I did, forgive me, but you have to watch the trailer for The Monkey. Doesn't give anything away, but it shows how bonkers violent this film is, and I love that. So Theo James continuing to lean into the horror. He is going to star in a movie called The Hole. Now, this is based on a book that came out a couple of years ago that ended up on everyone's top 10 list. Everyone's. So it's about a husband. The wife passes away. The husband is paralyzed. The mother is taking care of her son-in-law. And they don't have a good relationship. And she starts digging a hole in the backyard. And like, we're talking like Monkey Shines and Misery like vibes. Like he's like, what's with the hole, man? And
what are you doing, Ma? You okay?
yeah, like, that seems like a man-sized hole. What you digging a big hole for, Ma? So,
boy,
this could be a really good movie. And I didn't read the book, full disclosure, but I hear it is a phenomenal book. So, the equally exciting part about that is the director, Kim Ji-woon, who directed I Saw the Devil, which we'll be talking to Nat Cassidy about very shortly, is directing. So come on.
Yeah, just
yeah.
So many good things. So many good things.
And then the last one is just kind of like a fun little thing. There's a movie being shot in Australia that's roping in a lot of Australian actors, and it's a slasher film, and they're saying it's kind of like a throwback to like the Ozploitation era of the 70s and 80s. Yeah, and that one's called Fear is a Rider, and I can't wait for that. I mean, that, Australia, bring the heat. I love it.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, we were just talking about Saw. I mean, that's likely where it should have been, but it didn't get off the ground there, so they came. The two Aussies came to LA, and
how about Wolf
Creek?
These guys aren't fucking around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was a little creepy.
You know what I want to see come out of Australia a little bit more, though? Australia, I'm putting you on notice. More creature features or nature run amok.
Yeah, you got plenty of creatures.
Everything wants to kill you in Australia.
Everything.
Everything. Yeah. The irony is because I've had friends who did semesters there and lived there for a little bit, and I work with tons of Australians. They're the most lovely people on the planet. The irony is the only thing that doesn't want to kill you in Australia are the Australians. But everything else wants to kill you.
Maybe they're desensitized. I don't know.
I mean, they take pride in it. I've got a good friend who used to be my boss, and he really took pride in the fact, he's like, we have the deadliest shark, the deadliest jellyfish, deadliest spider, deadliest snake, deadliest reptile.
Well, I believe it. I believe it.
But I was like, I don't think this brag is what you think it is.
Yeah, because I'm not going there. You're not selling me traveling there anytime soon.
I'm just like, you should not work for the Board of Tourism. You suck. So that's it. I don't have trailers except Watch the Monkey. And I mean, a little bit quiet, but even still, we yabbered on for 40 minutes.
I was just going to say, it definitely went on a little longer than normal. Sorry, Cinners, but
I'll trim this one down a little bit.
Yeah, that's fine. There's still plenty of things to watch and read, obviously. So,
look, we're probably going to have a little bit of a quiet November, but we're going to come in hot for December because we've got Nosferatu on the horizon. There's going to be a couple of things closing out the year. It's going to be good.
It's going to be great.
All right, Shannon, take us out of here.
All right, Cinners, and that is a cut.
Throw another crocodile on the barbie.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of Shortcuts. I hope you enjoyed hearing it just as much as we enjoyed recording it for you. If you did enjoy it, would you please leave us a review on Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, the bathroom wall at the local gas station, wherever. We'd really appreciate it. If you rate and review us, it goes a long way to getting the word out about Sinful Cuts. Can't thank you enough. Until next time. Thank you for listening to this week's episode of Shortcuts. I hope you enjoyed hearing it just as much as we enjoyed recording it for you. If you did enjoy it, would you please leave us a review on Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, the bathroom wall at the local gas station, wherever. We'd really appreciate it. If you rate and review us, it goes a long way to getting the word out about Sinful Cuts. Can't thank you enough. Until next time.